BioShock 2. Disappointment. My personal feelings are that if they were going to do a multiplayer BioShock 2, they should have handed the multiplayer aspect over to another team and just released BioShock The Fall of Rapture or some shit like that. Just made it multiplayer only BioShock 2 and not worried about splitting up the development time between BioShock and multiplayer BioShock. You know what I'm saying? Well, I don't want to say I was super impressed, but I liked BioShock 1 not as much as everyone else did, just because I don't get blinded by the Flash. I don't subscribe to hype in any form. I've been a gamer for so long that I can pretty much tell from the moment a game is announced and how it's portrayed or discussed during an announcement, whether it's going to be worth my money or not. Games like Mass Effect 2, the moment that was, well, I knew I was going to buy that the moment I bought Mass Effect 1. It's a trilogy. I'm going to buy all 3 games. I don't need to sit and watch every little video about it or read every little article about it. That's mostly why I don't include, updates about games like BioShock or even Call of Duty. Call of Duty is a totally different subject, and I'll get into that in another video. This is about BioShock. I didn't feel like I was playing as a Big Daddy. Or if I did, it was like the weakest Big Daddy in the entire universe. I did play it on hard with Vita Chambers off. I beat the game in 6-7 hours, maybe. I'm not sure what my exact playtime is, but if you don't believe me about beating it on hard without Vita Chambers, just check my gamer profile. It's in there under the I have the achievement for it, so I did it. So yeah, fuck you. The reason I did beat it like that is so I don't have to play it again. I'm never going to play it again. I know there's 2, maybe 3 endings. I don't care. I felt like the entire time I was playing it that I was forcing myself to. I'm not saying it's a terrible game, but I am saying that it suffered by them focusing on multiplayer so much. And the multiplayer is not even that good. It's like a clone of Call of Duty's multiplayer, but with like Jedi Knight 2 mixed with it, and then reskinned as a BioShock game. It feels like an Unreal Tournament mod. Like if some fans of BioShock went and made a mod for Unreal Tournament 2004 and then released it. It's just, everything about it is half-assed, or it feels undone. So I went through and I saved all the little girls. I didn't, or the little sisters. I didn't harvest any of them. I got the good ending, I guess you could say. You don't really. I think the difference in the end is like 500 Atom or Eve or whatever the fuck they call it. The one that lets you buy plasmids. The only plasmids you really need are the fire, but you don't even need fire because the shotgun fully upgraded does what you need from fire, which is to melt ice in certain instances. Basically, in the end, all I used was the hypnosis one, the one that lets you direct security cameras and security bots, and then that's all I used. The other plasmids were inconsequential. I really never bothered to swap to them, because you have like what 4 or 5 wet plasmids that you can have queued up or whatever. But all I had, and bees. That's like the saving feature. Bees is probably the best plasmid in the game. Once you get it to level 2 or level 3, you don't even need hypnosis anymore. You don't need the what's that one? Security alert. You don't even need that anymore. You can use bees and then shoot them with the flaming shotgun, and then unload with the machine gun, and whatever you're attacking will die. I killed all the big sisters, and had very little problems. Just drag them to a what is that called? A security camera that spawns 2 of the helicopters. Cast bees on her, cast hypnosis on a nearby splicer or Big Daddy if you can find one, and then shoot her with the flaming shotgun, light her on fire, and you don't need to unload with other shells, just light her on fire, and then open up with the minigun, or actually the rivet gun with the heavy shot rivets. Yeah, because I always found that only in one instance, and that's like the first encounter, did I not have enough to deal with a little big sister. And kind of like the first one, where like Big Daddies are scary 1 hour in, but after 2 hours, they're just an inconvenience. And whatever. Basically, BioShock 2 was alright, but I wouldn't say go buy it new if anyone's still on the fence. If you can find a used copy, or wait until after summer, because I'm sure after summer it'll have dropped by about 20 bucks in the used section. Get it then. I wouldn't recommend paying more than 35 bucks for the game. It's just not worth it, in my opinion. And no one plays online, so all that time, effort, and money they spent into the online component, which is broken as well. You are thrown into games with people who have access to everything. There's no pitting the level 20s against the level 20s. No, it's level 1 to however high it goes, are all just thrown in a pot because there's only ever like fucking 10 people online playing this game. It was a waste of money, and I seriously hope that if they make a BioShock 3, and they probably will, because I believe they annualized, well, they didn't annualize it, but they franchised it, in the fact that I'm pretty sure I read in an article, I think it was 3 months after the first BioShock came out, that they'd already penned the stories, not penned the stories, but I'd say, I guess you could call it the treatments, or the initial ideas of BioShock 2 and 3. were already penned and ready for awaiting approval and, I guess, funding, so they can go into pre-production and then production. So when BioShock 3 does come out, I will get it, but I'm just not holding out hope for it to be as awe-inspiring as people think. I don't want to say it's terrible, but to me it is.